Assalamu alaikum, dear wonderful audience who are watching me live on my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch account. This is me, Mayim Zulfikar, training Wali, Vice Principal at Rehan School Online Academy, also facilitator at Rehan AI Teachers Institute, teacher training boot camp for 2 months. I have started a series of interviews to invite lots of visionary guests in my podcast series. Today, I have a very special person and a very talented human as a guest, and he is actually the visionary guest as I have the lots of more. So let's introduce him, Mr. Adnan Iftekhar. I welcome to you in my podcast series, and let me introduce about Adnan Iftekhar sahab. Adnan Iftekhar is an exceptional AI educator and innovation strategist dedicated to shape the future of technology and education. Currently, he is in Karachi, Pakistan, but he is from California, USA. Assalamu alaikum, Adnan Iftekhar. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. I'm so excited to be here. I really appreciate all the work that you are doing and really excited to have this conversation with you. Thank you so much for the introduction.
Thank you so much for accepting this kind of invitation, and so nice of you. First of all, I introduced yourself a little bit. Can you add in it? So that would be really good from your side.
Of course, of course. There are three things I like to say. One is that I was raised on four continents. So I grew up all around the world and I've seen education in a variety of different settings. So that's part of my background, that's part of who I am, and I carry that wherever I go. The second thing I like to say is that when I first came to the United States, I was 18 years old. And at that time, I was so scared of technology that I hand wrote all of my papers. I took the time to write 20-page papers in French and in English and in, whatever other languages I was doing at the time as well. And I would handwrite everything because I was so scared of technology. I was scared of computers. And now I talk about computers and technology and AI all the time. So I feel like, that's if I can do that, anyone can do anything. And then the third thing I like to say is that my initials, as you can see, are AI. So, I am AI, and that's pretty much it.
So good to hear from you. That's totally a paradigm shift you discussed about your whole thing in your introduction. So I will just ask you how, when you just started to shift your whole paradigm towards AI. So what was your first experience?
What was my first experience? Well, I've encountered AI in a variety of different ways over the years, from Netflix recommendations to Amazon recommendations to variety of different algorithms that are being used in a variety of different ways. But in terms of generative AI, one of my first experiences was on November 30th, 2022 or 20, yeah, whenever was it 22 or was it 23? I think it was 23 when actually it was 22 when ChatGPT had just been released and folks were starting to talk about it. And I had a 2-hour meeting with one of the teachers at my school that I was working at the time. And we had a conversation and a dialogue, and we started like looking at all the different capabilities of what it was able to do. And what was really interesting is I had it write a book for me. I had it actually write like chapter one, chapter two, and it was a short book, and it was again ChatGPT 3.5 back in the day. And and it was about like, how does AI and how do AI and humans live in harmony together? Because that was one of the concerns that had come up, and that was the first thing that I had thought of back then. And yeah, it wrote like a 12, 13-page book, and it did a pretty rudimentary job, but for me, it seemed like magic. And now I look back on something like that and I say, wow, that was so, that's so 2023, because we're 2 years away from that, and that is, that's not the reality anymore. Now it can do so much more than it was able to do back then. But even back then, it was just like it seemed like magic, and it continues to seem like magic to me to this day.
Yeah, I really agree with you because right now AI is doing lots of magic in our the day to day life, and we are working with AI. That's totally a remarkable thing. And the first thing that you talked about, you raised and born in four different continents. So from whole the world, there are lots of people who are still afraid of this AI thing. So how you can convince those people that this is not kind of revolutionized, that we need to fear of it. We have to adopt it. How would the fear can overcome with the passage of time of yours?
There's a few different portions to this because I think fear is natural. Fear is important, in my opinion, to have. I think it's okay to be cautious about these things. And again, in all of this, I like to think about it in a way that anything new is going to be scary. And it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to name it. Just say, I'm scared of this thing. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know what my future looks like. I don't know what the future of my children looks like. I don't think anyone really knows what the future can look like right now. Because again, a couple of weeks ago, nobody knew except maybe like four or five people, or whatever, however big the team is in DeepSeek, that DeepSeek was going to come out and change so many different things, and all of a sudden, ChatGPT released their deeper search algorithm and model, right? So we didn't know those things were going to happen, and even now we don't know what's going to happen in the next month, in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months. We can imagine those things, but we don't know what's going to happen, and it's okay to be scared. Um, at the same time, it's good to be informed, right? So you taking the time to experience it, to try it, to push it to its limit, to see what's possible and what's not possible is also important. Um, the more you get to know about something, the more you experience something, the more you take action in something, the easier it will become to take the next step in understanding the limitations, in understanding the boundaries, in figuring out what the ethical ramifications are, how responsible you must be, and how intentional you must be. Because in this day and age, I think humanity is becoming more and more important, which is why I call myself an AI humanist, because I want to double down on humanity. I want to really put the focus on humans, and have the machines augment and accelerate and give us the opportunity to invest time in human relationships, and continue to find out more about our relationships with machines and artificial intelligence. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I totally agree because with the passage of time, we need to adopt different new things, and this digital world is going to change very fastly and so rapidly. We need to go with the flow. That's, I think, the good way we can just go with it to overcome the fears and the things going on. So, my next question related to your AI educator, how you are emerging education with artificial intelligence.
Um, I think it's just more than education right now. I think that, like I said, I'm doubling down on humanity. I'm really thinking about the concept of time and money, especially. There's two resources in life, money and time, and you can make more money. So how do you think about investing the time that you have remaining? Because that's another thing we don't know about. I could live another 50 years, right? Or I could live another day or a few minutes. I have no idea, right? This is something that's not under my control. I can do a lot of things that I can control, but some of the things are out of my control, like knowing when I'm going to not be around in this world any longer. So rather than it be something to be for me to be fearful about, because I know it's going to happen at some point, I can use technology and AI and other automated, I can automate a variety of different things. So I can spend less time on machines and spend more times in creating meaningful relationships and purposeful relationships with other humans, and nature, right? And with myself as well. I mean, I think it's important to also think about the human self going through this life, this journey, and how can you increase the potential of who you are, and make yourself be a better person so that you can give more of yourself to the universe, to the world.
Yeah, exactly. I just gone through your Facebook profile and I watched some kind of their organic and natural products there. So in this digitalization world, we're spending more and more time on the screen. So how you suggest the people and the students also who are working more on this screen time, how they can be connect themselves with nature too. That will be really helpful for their mental health and physical health also.
It's up to you to create your own life, right? And you have to choose. I have to choose for myself. You have to choose for yourself. The students, the kids, the adults have to choose for themselves. So whatever is important to you, whatever you want more of, you can create in your life. If health is important to you, then you do need to spend time outside. You need to spend time in the sunshine. You need to spend time with plants. You need to spend time with other humans. You need to invest in yourself by doing all of these different things, and being intentional about it is very important. So knowing that wherever you click Instagram or Facebook on your phone, right, you are making an individual richer, right? You're putting money in the pockets of a billionaire. So knowing that, what is it that you are doing on the device? What is it that you are doing with your time? Are you wasting time? Are you spending time or are you investing it, right? So scrolling through Instagram, it might be spending time. Continuing to scroll for 2 or 3 hours is usually a waste of time, right? Stopping at a workout video or a yoga video and doing the yoga for 20 minutes or 30 minutes is an investment of yourself in your future. Um, Stopping the scrolling and creating a reel and publishing it, of talking about something about yourself or something that you think your opinion is, using your voice, amplifying your voice or somebody else's voice, or talking about some incredible product that you've seen and posting that so that you can share those things. That is an investment in that relationship with another human being, whether it's yourself or the product or the person who's made that product or the service. So really figure out what it means to be intentional. I'm really thinking about this word a lot, about intention. Why is it that you are here? What is it, your intention that you're bringing to this moment, to this time? And how are you going through life using this intention? What is your purpose? What is my purpose? So thinking about those things, I think, will give you the opportunity to figure out, are you spending time? Are you wasting time? Or are you investing it?
Okay, that's really wonderful. Explain about that thing that you are earlier explained about the investing time rather than to spending time, and investing money rather than spending money. That's so beautifully described by you. Uh, Nambai, I need to ask one more question related to this. You explain about this connecting thing. We need to connect with human. We need to spend some time with nature and something like that. So you are focusing more about the soft skill, like the core skill. Why these skills are really important nowadays in your point of view?
Yeah, yeah, they are core skills, right? And I've talked about this in a variety of different ways. Um, but in the book that I wrote with Brian Moynihan, AI Culture Shift, we talk about a couple of frameworks. And one of the frameworks that I talk about is the IQ, EQ, AQ framework. And in this, the IQ is intelligence quotient or information quotient. You have some information, I have some information. AI has a lot more information than we do. Generative AI, LLMs, even small language models, they have a lot more information than we do. That's just natural. There's just a lot more capacity for having that information. Um, AI will hallucinate and humans will lie, right? I could be lying right now. I could be saying untruths right now. I could be saying, yeah, I have more information than AI. I could be saying that. And because I'm saying it, maybe that's some people will believe it, but that's not necessarily true. So it's up to the human to take the time to invest the time in figuring out that what is happening, what the AI is saying, what this human is saying, is that the truth or not, right? And so when you look at the emotions or the EQ, then you can figure out why is that human lying? Why is the AI hallucinating? And taking that is where the differentiator is, right? The emotions, because we can feel, AI cannot feel. So we have feelings and we can discern what it means to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally adaptable, emotionally resilient. Um, the other thing I like to also think about is that, when you give a prompt to a generative AI model, you can reprompt it 10, 15, 100,000 times, and it will not grow tired or angry or frustrated or depressed. But if you do the same thing with a human's going to get tired. Like, you want me to do this report again? You want me to answer this question again? You want me to do this? So if you keep doing that over and over and over again, a human will get tired and angry and maybe even depressed, maybe even, uh, you know, like belligerent and like, why are you doing this? Right? So understanding the difference of what it is that you can use human intelligence for and artificial intelligence for, and discerning the two is incredibly important. And that is where I think AI literacy, digital literacy, and media literacy comes in, understanding all of those different components. So that's the emotional component. Then the third part is the action component, right? So AQ, which is action quotient or adaptability quotient or agency, right now, only we've created these generative AI models. Humans have created them. Uh, and that might change in the future, but currently, only we as humans have agency. We have the potential to take action. We have the potential to be adaptable. And the more we can take action, because I will tell you this one thing, right? I was having a conversation with a friend earlier today, a new friend of mine that I just made. She's an incredible woman who's doing some really wonderful work in Pakistan around literacy and for rural area kids. Um, she was saying, I was telling her, look, I can create an app in 3 or 4 hours, right? A fully functional app that I can publish, that I can have out there. You know this because I've told you about this, but until you do it, until you take the action to do that, you will not know that it's possible for you to do it, right? I can show you right now. So I took out my computer, I opened up Cursor, I logged in, and I created a tic-tac-toe app in about 3 minutes, right? And she saw me do that, and she was just like, "Wow, that's amazing." Now she dropped me where I am right now, and then she went back to her office, and then she messaged me just a few minutes ago, and she said, "Here's a calculator app I just created." And I was like, "That is poetry in action, right? That is beautiful." She took this thing that she saw me do, like just showing her at this one coffee shop this afternoon, and she took that information, went back, was so excited about it, was so jubilant about it that she created an app right away. And she's like, "Look, I can do this." And that's like such a good feeling. And I think everybody should experience that. I mean, if they want to, right? Like, it's your choice. But take action, right? Take action in creating and making and having your voice be heard and experimenting with these different things. And this is what, I mean, again, I visited the Rehan school yesterday for the first time in person. My kids are your students. Of course, many of you in the online academy, and they're with you every single day, and they're taking action, you're taking action, the kids at the school are taking action. It's lovely, it's beautiful. And more people, the more people that do that, the better the world will be. I really have a firm belief in that, firm belief in that.
Yeah, definitely. When we can see each other's progress and the different things we are doing on and experiencing on, so yes, we can also give it a try. Then we can learn it. Yes, I can do also as Adnan I can do it. Yes, I can also do it. And later on, it will be create a chain effect. So that will be right. Nice thing. Okay,
Like,
and then you visited yesterday Rehan School, Kurandi campus, as you mentioned me a while ago. So, how was your experience to visit that school and with the kids and the city theaters and the mission and the vision statement of the Rehan Alawala?
Yeah, the thing that I enjoyed the most, no offense to anybody, right? Like I love meeting all the people there, but the thing that I enjoyed the most was hearing the students talk. I want to hear more of those students talk. I want to hear more of those students express themselves about what they're doing, what they're working on, how they're creating the things that they're creating. And I've seen some of the podcasts, I've seen some of the questions, I've seen some of the things that they're doing. Um, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the interaction of the students. I mean, I give the three examples. There was this one student who's I think 7 or 8 years old, and he said, "I've taught ChatGPT to 100 people in his neighborhood and his family and all of these things." And he said some of them have it on their phone, but they've never used it. And here's a 7-year-old who's like, just use it, just do it. Just, and then he'll show them, and then they'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And then they'll go on. Like he's already changed the lives of 100 people by just showing them, maybe for 5 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes, maybe even for 2 minutes. That's all it takes. That action of having that conversation changes people's lives. That was one example. The other kid who had created a Yango clone in 7 or 8 hours, something that probably took a team of developers to a year, 6 months, longer to make, to create, he was able to create a clone in 7, 8 hours, right? And it's a working clone. It wasn't just like a static page, it was a working clone. And here he is, he's done it. And then the third, the student who's talking about she's doing an internship for somebody in Dubai, who's an animator, and she's created videos for him and promotional videos and animations and all of this stuff. And she's like, going on to create, to be an intern, not just an intern in name, but actually doing and creating and making things, learning while doing it, but also showing that anybody can do these things, right? Age should not be a limitation factor in any of this. Um, in many ways than what 7-year-olds can do it, 77-year-olds can do it, right? That's not a limitation, right? Anybody has that opportunity. It's leveling the playing field. All there is access and opportunity. Who has the opportunity to do it? Who has the access to be able to do it? You do need, in a lot of cases, access to the internet, although that might also be, challenged because we can now put um, large language models locally on a device that's not connected to the internet. So you're able to do that as well. We've been able to do that for a while, but being able to create that opportunity for other students who don't have internet access, but still can have access to large language models or small language models on a tablet or a computer that's not connected to the internet is going to really revolutionize a lot of different things as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's the time or the this era's requirement is you go on with the flow, and this you need to revolutionize yourself with the kind of this whole technology things and the AI. That's really impressive, and the things are going on changing so fast, and we need to have a very good command on each and everything. And the age is not a matter about it what you are going to do it. If you want to do it, you can do it irrespective of your age. So as you are very good in aerobics and yoga and these kind of the things, so that's also a very impressive thing. So I just more curious about it. When you decided you have to go for the yoga things and you have to practice on daily basis, and you are look like a guru and expert one, that's totally remarkable. I saw the physical one, and yesterday I saw the virtual thing. That's totally amazing.
Thank you, thank you. It's um, students, kids. So I think about my kids quite a bit. I have 3 children, and um, kids. One of my colleagues about 10 years ago said this, and it sticks with me. And I don't even know if it's true or not, but whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter because this is my reality for this, right? Kids will do 20% of what they hear. So if I tell a kid to do something, 20% of the kids will do it. So if there's 10 kids in the classroom or 20 kids in the classroom, 2 or 4 of them will do it, right? Because I've said something to do, for them to do. On the other hand, if I model the behavior, they see me doing something, 80% of those kids are likely to do it. So if I do yoga every day, if I eat healthfully every day, if I am intentional about what I'm doing and how I'm investing my time every day, my kids are more likely to do that. So I want to be a good role model for my children. I want to be a good role model for people in my community. And I think by taking care of the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional body of myself, I'll be able to help other people also take care of their own emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical bodies. And this is I believe, people might believe in different things, but I believe this is the one body we get. This is the one in this world, at least, right? Like, so taking care of this body, this one body you have until the day you die, right? You're going to be with yourself the entire time you're alive. So make use of the time that you have to invest in yourself so that you can be there for other people. If you want to take care of someone else, you cannot do that until you've taken care of yourself. Because if you do, you will get sick, you will get ill, you will have something happen to you, right? You cannot give. You have to give to yourself before you can give to others. And so I do invest time in giving to myself every day. And I'm on, I don't know, about 2.5, 3 years of doing yoga or workout every single day. And, it's become a lifestyle now for me. It's moved from becoming a habit to becoming a lifestyle. And I think this is where you have to choose, right? What do you want as your lifestyle? It takes 30 days to build a habit, a good habit. It takes 1 day to build a bad habit. So you get to choose. Do you want to build a bad habit really easily? Or do you want to invest time, 30 days, 90 days to build a good habit? And everyone's different in that regard.
Yeah, that's true. And I must say that I just visited your whole profile and I got to know that you were practicing this yoga thing in quarantine too. So this is how you were so dedicated towards yoga and the whole thing, and you make the whole time more productive and for your kids also enjoying with you. That's so nice of you. And you are, yes, you are the role model for your kids as well as for all the other parents and the kids or the youth who are working in this kind of a very revolutionized era. So yes, we need to spend some time with ourselves and lots of things we need to do. Thank you so much, Adnan Iftekhar Bhai. I really enjoyed lots of conversation with you and in person and right now the virtual one. Thank you so much. I hope you also write the questions and the things. So what's your experience? Please share.
Oh, this was so wonderful. I really appreciate the questions. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I love your smile and your energy and your willingness to be so open and amazing. So thank you for being an incredible human, and thank you for being a leader and a guide to my children as well, and an inspiration to them too. And I'm just really excited to see what you as an individual and you as part of Rehan School is going to do to change the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your so kind and generous words. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And lastly, I just request you, please say three things for me and the audience who are watching you. What we need to work on. Those are the most special and the important things right now in this current era of this AI or the education things right now.
So, okay, three things. One is build habits, which become a lifestyle, right? So just pick one thing that you want to work on, whether it's workout, whether it's prayer, whether it's gratitude, whether it's investing time with your family, whatever it is, pick one thing and do that one thing for 30 days in a row, every single day, even if it's 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes of just sitting and being intentional, 2 minutes of yoga, 2 minutes of exercise, whatever it is. The second thing is do it again. And the third thing is do it again. That's it. Whatever you want to do, you can do more of. But just do that once and then do it again and then do it again with whatever it is that you want more of in your life. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Adnan Iftekhar Bhai, for your beautiful and precious time. And I really enjoyed the whole conversation with you. Thank you so much. And I hope my audience also enjoyed the whole conversation we have. So nice to meet you once again, and stay blessed. See you when
Thank you.
I know another day, another time. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
Oh, bye. Thank you so much, audience, for watching me and Adnan Bhai on live, and who are watching us on recording. Thank you so much. Also, keep doing amazing things. Stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.